Hi everyone, Namaste to all of you. I'm Devi Chakka from New Jersey, USA. Now we are celebrating Devi Navaratri. Considering this special occasion, we will recall one more time the inner meaning of the name and form of Devi. Let's learn the knowledge behind this celebration and how to apply this wonderful knowledge into our daily routine. After 9 days, the 10th day of celebration is called Vijayadashami. Some people celebrate this on occasion of Lord Rama killed Ravana, and other people celebrate this on occasion of Mata Kanakadurga defeated demons. Both demon and divine qualities are within us, my dear friends. Those are not outside. The battle is going inside. But the question is, which quality of ours won the battle? Did we uplift and our good qualities to defeat darker side and ignorant side of us? Or did we surrender ourselves to the ignorant and limited knowledge of us? If we became conscious and do some spiritual practices like meditation, reading books, listening to good knowledge, and practicing awareness, we can win our darker side. When we win our darker side, that is when the real Vijayadashami begins. The actual celebration begins in our lives. Coming back to Devi Navaratri celebrations. What is the meaning of Devi? The word Devi itself means energy. All our lives depends on our energy. Various kind of energies work and help us in our lives. If we fail to understand and utilize those energies in a proper way, then those energies will become useless. In other hand, in other circumstances, those energies will work against to our will and well-being. So it is very important to understand how these energies work and how to make these energies working in a proper way. For example, let's take two slokas from Ekavimsati Stotram. Because in this Ekavimsati Stotram, a wonderful discrimination how these energies work within us. So, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhirupena Samstita Namah Tasyai Namah Tasyai Namah Tasyai Namo Namaha, which means the Devi energy will be in the form of buddhi in our lives. What is buddhi? Our mind is divided into four parts, my dear friends. Those are man, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. The first part, man, will produce desires. The second part of mind is buddhi, will take decisions. The third part of the mind, chitta, will make thoughts. No matter if it is useful or not, chitta will create endless thoughts. Incessant chattering of mind will come from chitta. And arrogance is being selfish, self-absorbed, and it is called ahankara. All our attachments will come from ahankara. We all have these four parts in our mind. And Mata Devi will be in the form of buddhi in us. With the help of meditation, we can gain control over our chitta. Because the key is in our chitta. Because of endless and incessant chatter of mind, we are not able to take good decisions, and we are not able to wish for the good things in our life, and we mingle and be with that attachments. So our buddhi will evolve and we will get more clarity. We will become intellectual because of this clarity of intellectual power. We use our buddhi in a better way. We can take good decisions. Each and every day we take many decisions, from small decisions to big decisions. When we become more intellectual, we can make more matured and positive decisions, my dear friends. Those decisions will show miraculous effects in our lives. So to make best use of this energy, we need to practice meditation. If this energy starts working opposite in our lives, we will fail and take good decisions. Therefore, we face suffering because of our foolish and improper decisions, my dear friends. So it is important to activate this energy. We have to use our buddhi for our development, for higher good. Through practice of meditation, practice of awareness, participating in Sajjana Sangatya, and learning proper spiritual knowledge and self observation. With all these things, we wonderfully use this buddhi energy. One more sloka from Ekavimsati Stotra is Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajjarupena Samstita Namah Tasyai Namah Tasyai Namah Tasyai Namo Namaha. The literal meaning of lajja is shame and humility. When this energy works in a positive way, we will feel shameful to participate bad things like gossiping, spreading rumors, looking into others' personal lives, etc. We will feel shy to or ashamed to participate and act against to our wisdom, against to the good things. This lajja will help us by stopping us from attempting wrong deeds. This energy, this lajja energy is very important, my dear friends. It will not let us do bad things. When we are in ignorant, this lajja also work against our lives. We don't feel shy or shame to participate in bad things. We will do all those unnecessary and bad stuff just like that. Instead of feeling shy for bad stuff, we will feel shy to participate and do proper things. Like if you are a good singer, but when people ask and request to sing, we feel shy and we don't want to sing. And anything do you aren't in so many things you aren't daring enough to share your opinion, stand by the truth, and share your experiences, tell truth. You feel shy. You're not strong enough to share all those things. So make sure how this energy is working in us, how you use your buddhi. Are you taking good decisions or not? And how this lajja energy working within us? Are we using this energy to stop ourselves involving in bad deeds? Are this energy working against to our lives? My dear friends, through practice of meditation, we are able to use all these energies in a proper way. And coming back to today's celebrations, today is the first day of Devi Navaratri celebrations. What a wonderful celebration, my dear friends. Today's goddess name is Sailaputri Devi. Devi means energy. And every goddess represents some energy, my dear friends. The energy behind Sailaputri Devi is strength, courage, and composure. To do anything in our life, we need strength and courage. But these are not enough. With this strength and courage, we also need composure. If we don't practice composure, we don't have composure, so we will disasterly use the courage. But if we have the combination of this composure with strength and courage, we will involve in best deeds. We can do higher good for the world. So the meaning of the message of Sailaputri Devi is practice composure with strength and courage. So we don't let our energy get wasted and have the ability to use this energy creatively. Sailaputri Devi is also called as Parvataraj Putri because the literal meaning of Sailamu is mountain. That's why she is called Parvataraj Putri. For example, Sri Sailamu. Sailamu means mountain. We felt very energetic and brave when we meditate and do trekkings in mountains. Most of the ancient temples placed on top of mountains. Why? Because when we go through this journey, when we travel through this forest and mountains, we become strong and brave. And when we meditate in the nature on top of mountains, in the temples on top of mountains, we are able to get that energy, peaceful energy. We are able to master the energy of composure within us. So even in the form of Sailiputri Devi, she hold trident with one hand and lotus with other hand. The trident represents strength and courage, and the lotus represent composure. So inner meaning of the Devi Sailiputri Devi is to be one with Mother Nature and meditate with nature. That will help us to awaken those energies within us. So not only strength and courage, we also practice and awaken the energy of composure. Then only we are able to, we can make use of our energies in a proper way for higher good. So thank you everyone for listening to this wonderful knowledge. To awaken our inner energies, the best way is practicing meditation every day. We must practice meditation every day. Only through meditation we are aware and we are able to understand what kind of energy is working within us, the Devi energy is working within us, and how to make sure those energies is working in a proper way to uplift our lives. So please do a few minutes of meditation, my dear friends. Please sit with clasped fingers and closed eyes, crossed foot. You may sit in crisscross position, or you may sit on chair or couch or bed. Wherever you feel comfortable, you can sit there. And make your room empty, or make your room dark. Switch off all your lights and close the windows. And then close your eyes. Gently bring your awareness towards your normal, natural flow of breathing. Observe your normal, natural flow of breath, my dear friends. Our breath is our guru. Whenever you aware that you are thinking, you mingle with thoughts, just stop that thinking and come back to our breath. That's it. Meditation is very simple and very easy, my dear friends. Everyone can do meditate easily, no matter you're a male or female, small or old, poor or rich, educated or uneducated. Everyone able to do meditation. It's very simple. Being with our normal, natural, easy, soft flow of breath. वन्दे वाञ्छितलाभाय चन्द्रार्धाकृतशेखरां वृषारूढां शूलधरां शैलपुत्रीं यशस्विनीम्. Please be with your breath, my dear friends. Our breath is bridge to our higher consciousness. Our breath is our guru. We start our life with our first breath and we leave our body with our last breath. Breath is the life source. What a wonderful energies and meaning, life science behind this celebration, my dear friends. Each and every celebration and ritual, whatever we are celebrating, is actually giving us wonderful wisdom, my dear friends. When we look at that, at those celebrations with scientific temper, like what we need to learn from those celebrations, what kind of knowledge behind these celebrations, then we are able to learn why all these celebrations intended for. We need to remind this all this knowledge again and again. That's why we celebrate these festivals every year. Last few seconds, please be with your breath. Whenever you're ready to open your eyes, please place your both hands on your eyes for 4 seconds. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, take your hands off and open your eyes, my dear friends. So, meditation is very easy. One can do meditation according to their age. 10 years, 10 minutes, 20 years, 20 minutes, 50 years, 50 minutes. That much meditation is necessary for every day. So, please share this wisdom with all your friends and well-wishers. Please share this wisdom through your social media to make everyone aware of what actual meaning and wisdom behind these celebrations. So, for more wisdom, please subscribe to our channel. We'll come back with second day of wisdom. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much, my dear friends.